If there is somebody who honestly and truthfully actually serves as a modern day, latter day, black revolutionary of the finest stripe and most critical order, it's Katt Williams. And this is your chance, sir, to step up and stand before the world and your fellow black brethren and denounce how you and they are being played by this radical left, woke, absolutely horrid iteration of what they believe to be something. It's not progressive, it's not liberal, it's not left, it's not communism, it's not socialism. It is an ideology-less, vacant, vapid, empty zero. It's vapid, vacant void. It's this sock puppet, this wind sock. That is Kamala Harris. You represent 14% roughly of the 14% of the population. You and Black America represent a voting bloc that is absolutely gargantuan, immense, seismic in its strength. And what do? I don't know. I don't know. Who is your representative? Who speaks for you? I don't know. The only time anybody even pays you lip service is when somebody comes along and does some faux, corn pone, mammy kind of shuck and jive, look at me, how cool I am. I mean, it's all of a sudden you see people who have absolutely nothing to do at all with anything even remotely African American in terms of culture, but yet when they need something, oh man, all of a sudden, hey baby, it's like, wait a minute, what? And Kamala Harris, Katt, is the worst. All of a sudden, she was in a fairly recent, it seems recent, interview with a black gentleman, and all of a sudden, she goes into this routine where she says, "Oh, I've got to be the black Kamala." She says, I chair a committee on space, and I had the brothers come in, and we're not talking about running no barber shop. I mean, it was somebody who, it would be like me asking you to wax Venusian or connect with the Alsatian side of you or something. I mean, she's a phony. Barack Obama are phony. They're manufactured. They don't speak for you unless they need you. And Katt Williams, when I saw you January of this year with Shannon Sharpe, I never saw anything as profoundly critical and as profoundly deep. And you were oracular. You were Delphic. You spoke a language that I thought, holy wow. It was incredible. You spoke about the Illuminati. You talk about Hollywood. You talk about, you talked about, and maybe you felt a bit lubricated. Maybe you felt good at the time because your subsequent interview with Joe Rogan was a disaster. I don't know what you were smoking or what you were doing. You were waxed and gooned. I don't know what you were talking about. Or maybe, and tell me I'm wrong, tell me somebody didn't come to you and say, "All right, Mr. Big Shot, that's enough." If you think you're going to come forward, I'm just asking you, tell me if this is true. Tell me what I suspect. Tell me that what I suspect is incorrect. I have this sneaky suspicion that somebody came to you and said, "Listen, as your friend, you've worked all of your life to get this far. And if you think you're going to turn your back on the shadow government by daring to expose them and inspiring black men and women to remove the yoke of conformity, to fill them in, to inoculate them from further oppression by virtue of knowledge, because that's what you're doing. If you think seriously, if you think that you are going to be able to say this again, you're out of your mind. We will make a grease spot of you on the highway. You will just be disappeared, not in a nefarious or homicidal way, but your career and everything around you, because he hit everybody. From Oprah, who is the grand mistress of the select chosen, to Tyler Perry, it was beautiful. And the Monique follow-up, all your life, I've seen this, all my life, there's always been folks who want to be in charge of the black community. And whether it was Jesse Jackson then or Al Sharpton, I didn't get the impression, I never felt that Dr. King or even Malcolm X were as interested in collectively being the representative of black America as opposed to being the bulwark and the pole star of the movement. Perhaps I'm naive. That's what I thought. But then all of a sudden, years later, people said, hey, there's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made. If I could somehow be the spokesperson for these black folks. Oh my God. I could then be the intermediary. I could be like Jesse Jackson and go to various industries and say, and Al Sharpton did it too, I'm expecting, and this is classic mob. This is Tommy Lucchese. This is protection money. I'm hearing that you might be having some problems among the black audience, your black demographics, regarding something that was said or something that was viewed as racist. I could be that person to quell them. I control them. That was black leadership before. And then that became sort of obsolete. You could be the prophet, the bellwether, the pole star, the prophet Omega, the great, which is one of my favorites, but you could be it. Tell me you're it. And listen, if for some reason you say, look, they kind of gave me the word that if I enjoyed my my status to keep my mouth shut, okay, I understand. But ultimately, America, and black America in particular, need a hero. Who are our heroes? Who? Because believe it or not, Mr. Williams, what you spoke about regarding the Illuminati, I would suggest to you, use a different term, but you're on to something. Be, as Gore Vidal said, a conspiracy theorist, not a conspiracy. Pardon me. I can't believe I misquoted it. Be a conspiracy analyst and not a conspiracy theorist. There is a whole other world, and you've so perfectly hit it. You have nailed it so perfectly. You are... Every now and then there were people who came along who said, wait a minute, that's it. The first one was Alex Jones in fairly recent times. Alex Jones at his prime was untouchable. There will never be another Alex Jones in his prime. Now I'm not so sure. He's been through a lot. I don't blame him. It's a different world. Maybe he's the same, but the world was different. Maybe the medium was different to allow such. In any event, I'm telling you, now's the chance to do it. They're going to sell you out and black America. And Kamala, or Kamala, as my West Tampa friends would call her, is a joke, is a fraud, is a blithering idiot. And you know it and I know it. And now is your chance, sir. Now is your chance. But I understand. If somebody said, don't even think about it, we will grind you into dust. You've got a family. You've got a career. You've worked hard. I understand it. You might say, you know what? Why am I going to risk my life, my political life, my career life, my money, my finances, to go after some pipe dream of correcting a corruption that has been around for decades, I don't blame you. But if you would and you could, sir, as a great Nick Drake intone, brighten our northern sky, do it. Please do it. As I said before, sir, America needs a hero. And that may be you. That is you.